Now, as Nio Day is approaching, many of you know that during that event, Nio usually unveils new model, and this year we really don't know the kind of models they are going to reveal on that day. But today, we just got a screenshot or a screen pic of what looks like a new NT.3 Neo model. I mean, a single screen, you notice that, yeah, it is still camouflage. They are still covering it, and I think this is a model that we are going to see coming on Neo Day this year. We don't know if it's the Neo ES7 or ES8. We don't know yet, but what we see is that it looks like a big SUV, and the chances might be it's an ES7, ES8, or maybe ES6. But ES6, I don't think it can be this big, but I think we'll get, or will stand to be corrected during the official launch of this model. But what we know, or which is good to the investors, is that Nio is busy. Next year there is a new models, or in fact there are quite a number of models that are coming. I mean, after the Q2 earnings, what we heard from some of the big financial institutions, in fact I think it's Deutsche Bank, they indicated that Nio is going to get is going to introduce, I think, 2 to 3 models, with Onvo going to introduce 2 models, which that in itself, it is something that is pretty exciting and we look forward to. And to add the cherry on top, you'll remember that also Nio is going to add their Firefly model, or Firefly is going to start with sales next year, which also that it's incredible, it's amazing, and it just makes us to brace ourselves for what's coming next year, because over and above some of the models that we are seeing them doing well this year, Nio will be introducing new models which will spike new sales. And if the NT 3.0 Onvo L60 is having these kind of technologies, the capabilities that it has, you can imagine the premium brand, high-end brand like Nio, what the NT 3.0 cars will be able to do. I think we need to brace ourselves, because technology-wise, they are going to easily make sure that it outpaces or it outgrows the kind of technology that you find on the Onvo L60, which is something that is pretty exciting, and we look forward to that. So yeah, man, there is a model coming. We'll get it during Neo Day 2024, which might be, or which might be coming this December. I mean, I think the place where it will be held at has been decided. The Neo users have voted, and we will be having Neo Day maybe sometime towards or around Christmas, or around the 25th of December, which is something that we look forward to. So personally, I think, or I feel like they should start by introducing maybe the ES7, because one of the things that we have been seeing when it comes to sales on the Neo current model ES7, it is the model that is performing the lowest. It is not selling that much, and therefore it would make sense for Nio to start with that model to try to revive sales of the ES7, right? Because its younger brother ES6 is the best selling, top selling model, and the ES7, maybe the reason why it has not been doing well is because people that would prefer going to it are buying the ES6, because the difference between ES7 and ES6, I think, is plus minus 100,000 RMB, and therefore it makes sense for people to go to ES6 and not ES7, which I think for the NT 3.0 models, what Nio needs to try to do is to make sure that there are more features that of course you'll find on the ES7 and not on the ES6, technology and all those kind of things. They should add quite a number of things. Who knows, they should maybe add the screens at the back, so that at least they can be able to make sure that that model also sells, because as it stands, it is the worst performing model onto the Neo cars. I think on a month to month they are selling like 200 or plus minus 200, 300, which is not good. And on the other hand, the best-selling model, which is the ES6, which is the younger brother to that, is S7. It's selling 7,500 or over 7,000 or 500 cars on a month-to-month, which shows you the kind of performance the younger brother is displaying for all to see. So, yeah, I just hope things can look better, and I hope maybe this is the ES7 that we are going to get to see maybe during Neo Day, because ES8, you will know that it is still doing pretty good, pretty decent. And to know that ES8 as the most expensive Neo model, it is still able to sell over 800 cars, I think it deserves a round of applause, right? Because I mean, it's not many cars that are expensive that sell the way that ES8 is selling, right? And you will know that for a model of vehicle like ES8, the more it sells, the more it increases the average purchase price for the Neo cars, which is something that is pretty exciting. ES7 is the most expensive Neo model, followed by the ET7, then the EC7, then the ES7, then all of the others are below, of course, 400 thousand RMB, and that is your ET5, ET5 Touring, EC6, and ES6. So we look forward, man. And oh, by the way, next year Q1, you'll know that there is a 9th model that Nio has done a first launch on, and that is the Nio ET9, which deliveries are expected to come in Q1. We are also patiently waiting to see that, and though it might not sell as much as most of the Neo models, this car in itself will not only increase the average price onto the Neo cars, but it will also give a huge boost onto the gross margins, which is something that is pretty exciting, something that is amazing. You'll know that the ET9 competitors is the Mercedes-Benz Maybach, which of course, man, we need to just brace ourselves, but as it stands, I think it should be able to perform better than the Maybach, which means that the sales that the Maybach Mercedes is generating in China should be outshined by, of course, this Nio ET9 model. So I look forward. I'm excited. Blue sky is coming. What we are seeing now, it's nothing compared to what we are going to see in 2025, and therefore we need to brace ourselves, because more revenues are coming in 2025, more sales are coming in 2025. Some people are already projecting, or some retail investors are projecting 500,000 sales next year, which we will wait to see if that comes. But as it stands, things are promising, things are looking good, and therefore it just means one thing, and that is blue sky is coming. So do your own due diligence before you buy the Nio stock for the very first time, because share price wise, we know that this stock is quite volatile, and therefore it requires you to do some due diligence so that at least you're comfortable as you are investing onto this stock. Nio is a company which is set for greatness, and those that are persevering, increasing their holdings, loading the boat, will definitely be rewarded in the long term. Otherwise, that's all from me. I wish you nothing but the best in your stock market investing journey, and God bless you all.